Good morning, die-harders. Who's ready to live free or die hard? This is the S&W EXPerience, and I am the Shogun. And here we go. Okay.
You might be looking forward to it. Oh my word.
I gotta ask this though. Is it Thor? Is it Thor: Love and Thunder bad or Eternals bad?
It's nothing happens. Like, that's really a spoiler. Like there's no grand scope, you know. So it's both of them rolled into one. You know, it is Eternals, and obviously, you know that whatever happened, we obviously know that whatever happened in Eternals kind of worked out. You know, because it was set in like a bridge point in time, and you compare it to Love and Thunder, you also know that Thor has to be around because he's also in Secret Wars and whatnot. So, you know, obviously Earth is still around at that point. So like, there's no
stakes
for both movies.
Yeah,
crazy stakes. You know, because we're not supposed to have in between. Guardians. I mean. Even the Guardians 3 trailer has scenes on Earth, you know, and that's post-Thor. So obviously Earth has to be fine. So, I don't know, the Quantumania is different because we did not know what was actually going to happen, you know. We have no idea what's happening with Paul Rudd's contract or Evangeline Lilly or Douglas or Pfeiffer. We don't know. So this movie was very important to go into because there was a lot of happenstance that could have occurred. But yeah, man, it's in a sense of the word, it's kind of like wasting an opportunity. In a sense, it's kind of like, waste opportunity. But I don't know. Maybe some things shouldn't be opportunities. But yeah, man, like, I don't know. I think titles kind of fool us, you know. Multiverse of Madness. There's not really any madness, you know. Quantum Mania, you know, there's not really anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I don't want to go deeper than that. I really don't.
Yeah, gone are the days
where have sequels.
Yeah, now it just feels like chapters in a book, basically.
Yeah, like this fucking wants to be its own thing ass bitch. You know, it's very insufferable. Spider-Man. Into the Spider-Verse. Call it Spider-Man 2. Why is it Spider-Man from Spider-Man far from home? Call it Spider-Man 2.
I think on that end, it's mostly confusion.
Spider-Man.
Considering there's more than one guy with the suits, it would be weird to have, like...
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Now imagine the next franchise. What do they call their sequels? Same thing again. Spider-Man hyphen something. Spider-Man hyphen determination. Spider-Man hyphen power. You know? Some random shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's everywhere. Even Daredevil, man. Like Daredevil's a TV show.
Boom, Born Again. It's not Daredevil the reboot. And also they can't use the Daredevil word alone because that word has been copyrighted by Netflix, so they can't use it yet. So they can't also name their show Daredevil. That's really trademark. That's a show that exists. You know, it's kind of like Bucky the anime. You have Bucky Hanma, 2018. You have Bucky 2020. You have Grappler Bucky 2002. Like every studio that does it changes the name every time.
Yeah. It's the same thing with Peter Pan and King Arthur. Yep. Even Robin Hood.
Yeah. It's so weird.
Hey.
But yeah, I mean, okay, don't get me wrong though. Major's phenomenal actor. Phenomenal.
So he killed it in the part. Like he was the one good thing about the movie.
Yeah, he's menacing.
Yeah.
But that movie did nothing.
Yeah.
Did nothing. It could have elevated us to hear him, you know, do a lot of the things. It could have done a lot of things to be like, okay, this guy is gonna be Thanos times whatever.
But it didn't.
I don't know. He's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of had the same. We kind of had the same vibe coming out of Thor 4 when you saw Christian Bale as Gore.
Yeah, he killed it, but it was alright.
It's like another instance of a great character trapped in a bad movie.
Yeah.
That's happening a lot more often these days, man. You remember back in the day?
It is, man. It's worrying.
Yeah, dude. Back in the day, Marvel, like from 2014 all the way to 2019, had like this level of consistency. You could have no idea what the movie was about, but you knew it was gonna be good. Now there's doubts.
That's so crazy.
Oh.
Damn.
Man, that.
Bro, we're literally,
Yeah.
Bro, we're literally 4 years away. Just trying to imagine this. This is so crazy. We are 4 years away right now from the amount of time passing to when the original Star Wars came out to the prequel series. We're 4 years away from that right now. As compared to, okay, sorry, I was being clear. As compared to the launching of the MCU, the Iron Man 1, in 4 years' time will be as far as Star Wars original movie, not even trilogy, original movie, and then prequel. We're 4 years away from that. So in 4 years, the worst of the MCU gets, we can literally say back then. Because that's literally how it felt for Star Wars in 1999. When they had to say back then. Imagine that. Back then.
Hey, at least with Star Wars,
when I was a kid.
Dude, at least with Star Wars fans, they have like Mando and, the Andor and those shows to fall back on.
Yeah. Look, our thing isn't nearly as it has been established as long. Star Wars is like approaching, 50 years. It is. It's on like 40 something years, 43 years. But, obviously, since it has comics, it has legacy books to fall back on, it has video games, it has novelizations, it has many things to fall back on, canon and story-wise. That is again perpendicular to Star Wars, the movie franchise. There's a difference. What Marvel is doing right now, or rather attempting to do, is adapting non-cinematic canon and making it cinematic.
Yeah.
Now, if it's that, we have several decades of that bronze. We have like 80 years of that. That's fine. But the problem is, you're adapting something that was not made for the cinema. So that's going to cause problems. But what Star Wars, Disney has been doing is that they've been adapting movie canon novelization, things that have been written for Star Wars. Because Star Wars is the movie, it wasn't a book first, it wasn't it was always the movie first.
Yeah.
Everything that's been written has always been in service to future movies or whatever. So it's always been easier and better for Star Wars because better writers have already set the path of what should be.
Yeah.
As for us, we're in hell right now. We're in hell.
It tends to happen when you run out of stories to adapt and you just make one up.
Like right now, I like that they've sort of, course corrected the character of Luke, from the Rise of Skywalker and Force Awakens era, that like pessimistic Luke. It kind of changed that now with like Boba Fett Luke, and Mandalorian Luke. You kind of see what Luke was in his early adulthood life. I hope he had. That's like a nice course correction, and I hope that they can kind of go more with that, into more Star Wars shows, having Luke cameos, whatever happens to be, showing us the Jedi we've seen in Legacy Lords, like, do take it. So they're slowly fixing shit that should have never have been different to begin with. J.J. Abrams.
Yep, that was... Oh, man, just... That's the downside of your Star Wars movie being directed by a Star Wars fan. It's gonna be fan fiction at the end of the day. They're not gonna...
Exactly.
Yeah, they're gonna make their own...
He's gonna have his own agenda.
Yeah.
He's not gonna do it in service for Star Wars and its legacy and whatever. He's doing it with his own nerd dick. His own nerdery.
Yeah.
And in his perverted, nerd mind, this is how he wants Luke to act. Even though Mark Hamill had clear problems with the way he was, characterized. That's what it's Mark Hamill. Kind of strange how he categorized his character.
I mean, who you gonna listen to? The guy who's never directed a Star Wars movie, or the guy who's been in every Star Wars movie till now? Like, who you gonna trust? Yeah.
He's going to be in every single one. Crazy. People don't realize it.
Yeah. You
this
think
guy knows the law better than any one of these men. He is the law.
And yet, when he says, "Hey, my character wouldn't do that," like, they don't listen.
He's like, "Yeah, what would you know? I've watched Star Wars since I was 6. Well, I was in Star Wars when I was 25. So what are you guys doing?"
Shit. But yeah, man, it's definitely interesting though. You think it's gonna be a while before we get another Star Wars movie?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I think right now they realize with the last one that that was kind of dog shit, especially because there've been like YouTube edits that have had better, I guess, edits of the final battle between Palpatine and Rey, but of course showing the Force Ghost of everyone, how Dooku, Yoda, Obi-Wan, Anakin, Luke, like showing every single Jedi that ever housed. Oh, even who's this guy? Samuel L. Jackson. What's his name again?
Mace Windu, yeah.
Yeah, Windu. Like every single Jedi, and then all of them are like chanting Skywalker, and then every single character is saying. Obviously, in that movie, they did get actual voice cameos from actresses who had been, actors and actresses alike.
Yeah, they just cut them.
Been in Star Wars, they did get that away, but they did not even bother with like a CGI double, a CGI Force Ghost, because it's easy to make CGI in the Steven like a Force Ghost than it is to make CGI for like an actual character that another character is gonna interact with. But they didn't even bother with it, like they were so lazy. They didn't even try to design any Force Ghosts for any character. Even though they have plenty of stock file footage, and they could have even reused tapes from Anakin's cameo that he did when he re-recorded over the original actor who played Anakin in, I think, Return of the Jedi. At the end, when they were all on the other planet, you see the original Anakin Ghost. Hayden Christensen recorded new tapes that would put him over that actor, and then they would put that into digital and VHS copies.
Yeah, the special editions.
Exactly. So it doesn't make sense to me that they bother with that. That little toss that was so tedious. They even bothered with that, and not even bothered with any bit of force ghosts for that final battle, which would have been so crucial.
Yeah.
So weird.
It would have tied into the theme of like the whole galaxy is banding together to finally put a stop to Palpatine. Because I mean, having all those ships show up is cool and all, but having the Force Ghosts show up would have been even better. Because like fucking Han showed up, man. You remember that scene?
Power
yeah.
Of the Jedi. Yeah.
I mean, dude, Han Solo showed up. He was never a Force user, but he showed up in the fucking movie.
Bro.
So.
Showed up. That's crazy.
It's a sad state of affairs.
Yes, but
man.
you know, I won't even lie. Shout out to Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
This shit is tiring as hell, but they still do it. I mean, I get it. It's for money. But plenty of other actors have turned down money for other roles before. So, you know, shout out to Harrison.
Yeah. I can't wait for his Thunderbolt Ross, though. But I'm worried, given what's happened. Dude, I don't want Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross to be a good character in a bad movie. Like, you can't have 3 movies in a row do that. Like,
you know what? I feel like Harrison, you're gonna, personally speaking, I feel like he's gonna play Red Hulk in a very grumpy guy-ish, exactly like Harrison is in real life. I don't think he'll play him as like a very loud person. I feel like he'll play him as a very, you know, brawny, angry guy. But you shouldn't piss him off because he'll flub the handle.
yeah.
I don't think he'll overact. I think he will kind of act perfectly within his brain. That's how I think it'll be.
Yeah. I just don't want to see like that that Marvel formula of everybody's got some kind of ready with the quippy one-liners and shit. Like, that doesn't work for everybody.
If they can't do that for other Hulk characters, I don't care about Hulk and whatnot. But when it comes to Red Hulk, you know, who is not just Red Hulk, he is fucking General Ross. At the end of the day, he's General Ross, so he has to act like General Ross. But he would have to act angry as a general, which will be extremely intense, because General Ross is really angry. So, this would be General Ross with the testosterone of the Hulk. So he would have to be this force, this very terrifying force. Not spying Professor Hulk, you know. But then, I want to say that I want to be brave. No. I don't want to be Michael. Because obviously he is the president. He's President Red Hulk.
I mean, one can be both. I mean, if current presidents have shown anything, one can.
So, I guess he keeps his demeanor and but his hard-headedness probably increased by the Hulk testosterone. You know. I do think that he's a president who frequently boxes, you know, boxes heavy objects with his neutron strike, perhaps a train, part of a building, or something. Because, I mean, as we both know, Red Hulk in the comics, he literally bleeds gamma. Like, he's so angry and so intense that gamma is literally spewing out of him, you know, his eyes, ears. He's a very angry guy by nature.
Sure, people get busted, but that doesn't mean their empires crumble. Look at Fisk.
Exactly. Hammer's still around.
Yeah.
He's gonna come back, you know.
Yeah.
Even like I mean, okay, Aldrich is dead, but him is still around.
Yeah.
You know, that's still around. Definitely still around.
Yeah. I mean, Stark is dead, but I mean, his company still exists.
Stark?
Yeah.
No, you know, obviously, you know, that's his wife and trustees and boards and directors. His wife, of course, has been CEO at this point for like, what, 14 years, 14, 15 years, because she was CEO since 2010, which I meant to. Wait, no. I meant to is in 2008, a few months after. So yeah,
In the timeline of the MCU, yeah, she's technically had the job since then. Yeah,
18 years now, CEO, 18 years, because she was CEO since 2008.
Yeah, it is. You think we'll ever? I mean,
that's crazy.
You think we'll ever see Gwyneth Paltrow as Pepper Potts again? I mean, we have no reason to, but like, you know.
Oh, we definitely will. Gwyneth will not turn down a chick. She might not know what exactly she's doing, but god damn it, if they hand her a script and tell her what to do, she's on that shit like a fly on a pie.
You're still on that shit, huh? You're still bringing up that old nugget of she thought she was in an Avengers movie. Turns out it was Spider-Man. That shit was hilarious, man.
Boys, that girl do not care what title. She doesn't care if it's an ad. If she's getting paid, she is hip her thoughts to the bone.
Yeah,
she does not care.
Yeah, Goop can only make you so much money.
Yep.
But shit though. Oh, dude, I found out something interesting. So I was looking up Morbius because, dude, I was so fucking surprised. This one video, the movies I'd like to fix video for Morbius got like 1,000 views. So I'm like, holy shit! I like looked up other videos on Morbius, what kind of numbers it did, and apparently, the interesting thing about Morbius is that it originally started out as an MCU project. Morbius was
Yes, I remember that.
Dude, like, what the fuck? What the hell, man? Apparently what happened was, like, Sony fully intended for Morbius to be an MCU character existing within this Marvel Cinematic Universe. They were halfway through with the movie. It was after that first trailer dropped. The movie was almost done, and then Marvel came down, and they were like, nope, nah, stop that. Like, Morbius will not be an MCU character. And that's when that first round of reshoots came in. Now everything had to change, because Toomes was there. Now they couldn't just say, oh, he's there because, you know, he's in the same jail as Morbius in the MCU. Morbius is no longer in the MCU now. Now they have to come up with an explanation for why Toomes is there. So then the story comes out, oh, he's a variant. You know, there's a Toomes in every universe. But then No Way Home comes out, and that spell. Then they reshoot again to say that, oh, Toomes was sucked in from the MCU. Like, just... dude. I'm not gonna say it's Marvel's fault that this movie doesn't make sense, but, I mean, they did kinda have a hand in the whole thing, so, just saying.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Jeez, what can be done?
Hey, but dude, imagine if Marvel hadn't stepped in. Where would we be?
Morbius would probably be about as bad as maybe like the Dark World.
Dude, they would be that
but like in an MCU way.
They would desperately be trying to scrub that stink off them, man. Like, come on. Just, dude. But hey, you know, Marvel does make the right call when it comes to their properties. Though I do really want to see Tom Holland's like scene in Venom. Like, they had him there as Peter Parker. They filmed the scene, and Marvel was like, nah. So that scene is now gone. I'm like, what happened?
Probably probably like an out of season. Probably an out of season Tom Holland. It was probably like, you know, with Zendaya in London in the morning. Came in for a quick cameo. You know, he's kind of out of weight now. the suit is probably a little bit looser or tighter, depending on kind of either weight he's in.
Because they explained that, Spider-Man
He'll
isn't in
definitely
Venom.
have longer hair.
Yeah, he lets his hair go between movies. Yeah.
And knowing Sony, they'll get the suit wrong that he's supposed to be wearing at that point. They'll probably give him a stock suit. Knowing Sony, they'll give him a stock suit when it's supposed to be his suit that he sold. And then he sold in his apartment in Boston.
Yeah. But they did.
Knowing Sony, they'll give him the goddamn stock suit. I know that. Hate Sony.
With the, what's that? Wait, is that the one with the hoodie? Oh shit! Oh wait a minute.
That's the stock suit is two one. There's a blue and red one and a blue and black one.
Oh, that's the homecoming suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that was briefly black, and then the one that's classic red and blue, not red and black.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're giving the goddamn stock suit just because it's Sony. It'll go through editing, it'll go through everything, and just give them a different goddamn suit.
And it'll still look like shit.
Exactly.
Hey, that happens. So not always, but it does happen.
When is Sony? The biggest question is, when has Sony ever handled our Spider-Man alone, without the MCU's help? Alone. That's dangerous. Next thing you know, his head looks like it's swollen. Like, that'll be the first time they're doing it unsupervised, like a little baby.
They almost did. You remember, like 2018, Sony was like, Marvel wanted to renegotiate, and Sony was like, "Fuck you, we're taking Spider-Man and leaving." Like, they almost did. They almost left with Spider-Man after Far From Home. So, hey, if they hadn't sorted out a deal, where would we be, man? God damn, that dark timeline. Oh, shit. Oh, man.
I don't know.
Hey, man,
it's Venom 3. I don't know what that's gonna be.
Cause Carnage is dead, so who's he got?
Is he dead?
I mean, there's nothing left. The Woody Harrelson, he ate Woody Harrelson's head off, so I mean, there's no coming back from that. I don't care who you are, you're not coming back if you don't have a head. Fucking Piccolo has that same thing.
Plus, Venus is a human.
Yeah.
Okay. So, they would naturally have to introduce a new character.
Which is worrisome, because they're not very creative, man. Their track record isn't that great.
I think they were just stressing like maybe conflict.
It's more likely.
I was gonna say.
What? Yeah.
Who's this? I was gonna say the original owner of the Necrosword.
The king of the symbiotes. Don't you think it's like a little too soon? I mean,
that's what I'm saying. They haven't really established space well enough. I mean, considering that we had the Eternals, they still haven't established like space well enough, which is very confusing.
They didn't even establish the sword. It was just there. They never really said where it came from. It's like, oh, but they know all about it.
There was no ship.
Yeah.
There was no ship that exploded. It came from the sand or something like that.
It was just there. Like, while it worked in that story, but in the larger context of things, it doesn't make sense. Especially since Venom said that, oh yeah, there's a hive mind of symbiotes out there. Like, yeah, but where are they? Like, if they exist, then where? Like, why haven't we seen them? It's probably likely that Venom 3 will just bring in a Spider-Man villain, since Sony doesn't have a Spider-Man, so they'll just make Venom their Spider-Man.
Yeah. So, what if they combine Andrew's universe with Audie's?
They seem to have been going that route, but nothing is concrete. I mean, the Morbius guy said that yes, the universe does have a Spider-Man, but he never said who. So, could be anything, man. Could be Toby, could be Andrew. It could be. They could literally make up a new Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
They could.
Damn.
Very, very interesting.
Speaking of Spider-Man, I wanted to get your thoughts on Spidey and the Human Torch. I remember I posted that picture on the group. There's
Being roommates, being like hyper sexual roommates.
that was months ago. I mean, like the one I posted. I don't know if I posted that. I think I did. Oh wait, I sent that to Muhammad. No, there was this picture of Peter Parker and Johnny Storm kissing. Like this dude, this isn't a fanfic thing either. A dude who legit works for Marvel drew that up, and I'm sitting there thinking like, okay, why not? I mean, if it was gonna be anybody, it would probably be that guy. They do have like some chemistry between them, but still, thoughts, man.
So my thoughts on
Peter Parker and Johnny Storm being a thing.
gay roommates. How old are they?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how old they are in the comics, man. It's just how old.
They have to be fresh. No older than 31. Do you mean like a mainline or an Elseworld saga?
No, it's not a mainline story. It's its own thing. It's like because there's so many of them, so it's hard to really say what it is. But this is definitely existing in its own pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember I saw like this article that Marvel. Yeah, you were saying? Oh. There was this article that Marvel put out that apparently Peter Parker and Mary Jane called it quits, like they're no longer officially a couple.
Oh yeah, like permanent.
Yeah, like it's gonna stick this time. I don't know. Like, I don't know, maybe he'll finally get with Black Cat. Who knows?
So, there's Marvel now plan to make Peter's permanent interest Gwen Stacy now. Like his permanent interest. Gwen Stacy.
I mean, it's not like dude.
Like their plan now?
It's not like dude is struggling for choices and options. I mean, there are plenty of chicks out there who want him.
But I feel like they'd be very angry and upset, the fans, if Peter was kind of paying good right? Did you hear me?
No, I didn't.
I think
the
fans would get upset if Peter was paired with like a random.
Yeah, but Black Cat isn't a random. They do have history, you know. It's like Batman and Catwoman.
Okay, Felicia's up.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if you can accept Batman and Catwoman, you can accept Spider-Man and Black Cat. Makes sense.
No, that's fine. No. That's perfectly fine. Don't even stress.
Yeah.
But that would mean, though, is that when it comes to DC, they can no longer do a Batman Catwoman romance. It has to be with either Talia al Ghul since Gaiman is alive, or with Wonder Woman. You can no longer do Catwoman because Spider-Man will be his Black Cat, if that's the case. Which seems like is their intended direction right now for Phase 5. Seems like they wanted to meet her in college.
Though honestly, it kind of feels like it's riffing on Daredevil more than anything. Like him and Elektra.
In what way?
No, because like the hero and the villain, or like, yeah, it's kind of like that, you know, like because Daredevil doesn't kill people and Elektra does, and you know, Catwoman is a criminal, but Batman like puts away criminals. I think Peter Parker and Black Cat would be more.
What if?
Yeah.
What if they rewrite Felicia in the MCU to be a different kind of Felicia, like not to sort of like kind of make her less dangerous, but just change her skill set. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It could definitely work, and you could introduce her as a love interest now that MJ's gone. I mean, she isn't gone, but like, you know, she's out of the picture.
Yeah. And also, we don't even know if Peter got into MIT.
Yeah, that book, the GED thing, didn't he? Like.
Yeah, the GED thing was a hype because he lost all of his academic records.
Let me ask you something, like on a personal level. Speaking of like MCU shows, after seeing Echo in Hawkeye, were you really clamoring for an Echo TV show?
I don't care about Echo.
Yeah.
I don't care about her. I don't care about her. I don't care because she was a part of King's operation. You know, it was a dude. I don't care about a dude. You know, they haven't given me a reason to care yet. So I will watch her show. It better be interesting.
It raises that the very existence of the show, like to me, raises the question: who asked for this? Like, because remember the show was greenlit as Hawkeye was playing. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think what they want to do is they want to give Echo backstory so that they can use her properly with Daredevil / the mutants or whatever it is, without having to further explain her or her past. You know, they want to have to dedicate an episode or flashback sequence. Like we already know her. We already know everything we need to know, and she is a character with thorough canon. I think that's their goal in this. They're trying to establish her so that they can never have to go back on her ever again.
Okay, I can see that logic. But where is the logic, pray tell, in an Agatha Harkness show? Like, what the hell? And
Agatha, I think Agatha is a bridging point. Because they did say that they would give her back her powers. At least they had confirmed that. So in Agatha's show, you will see her as well as other magical deities, you know, and they will be converging in their own paths. That'll be the Agatha show. Now, when it comes to I feel like they still need her because she will be the bridging force between the multiverse. You know, especially with like Wanda and the mutants and Wanda and her kids. She will be that bridging force.
yeah, I mean, but Agatha though, I mean, I understand it. Wanda's dead, so can't really go.
Like she has enough power to handle it.
Yeah.
And who said Wanda should be dead? That's the thing. She could be the only person to sense that Wanda's still alive.
Well,
maybe her and Vision.
Well, a Wanda is still. That's another thing. Another question that popped up when we were watching MOM. You asked it too. Like, where the fuck was Vision? Just.
I don't know. He was in the mouth.
Damn. Like he was.
It's weird.
It's weird.
This is what happens when you don't follow logical plot progressions.
Yeah, this is what happens when you make TV shows mandatory viewing to make a movie make sense. Like, if I have to watch a TV show to understand what's going on in this movie,
I think he's only interesting juxtaposed by his family and those around him.
Yeah.
Who serve an important people in the plot.
Definitely. Yeah, it definitely works that way. He's like the Vin Diesel of the Inhumans, man. Like, no, he's the Dominic Toretto of the Inhumans.
Exactly.
Dude. Ironically, coincidentally enough, Vin Diesel had apparently been campaigning for years to play Black Bolt in live action.
Yeah. I heard he really liked the character. Like, he really liked it.
Yeah. The character who doesn't talk and just the sign language.
I could see Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
As long as there's a response.
Yeah. But with I remember there was this thing, like he said, like he had talks with Marvel about playing the character, and Marvel came out and said, yeah, we've spoken to Vin Diesel, but we didn't approach him, he called us. Oh dude, that was kind of funny, man. Like we didn't call up Vin Diesel and ask if he wanted to play the character. He came to us pitching the character. It's kind of, you can admire the commitment, but like, come on, dude. You can't go to Marvel begging for no job.
It's crazy. I think he felt that since he was approached with groups, he was like, yeah, I've got some pull. He has a big ego.
Yeah.
So he felt like he could go, yo, Feige, I want this, and Feige would give it to him.
Yeah.
But I guess it doesn't look like that.
It don't work like that, man. Actors can't make those kind of demands. Weirdly enough,
Yeah.
if you let it be known that you're actively looking for a job, you don't get it. Shit.
Yeah, like even like Batista was scaring the hoes like, a few years ago because he was like, he wasn't begging or anything, but he said he's open to play. I'm not begging or anything, but I'm open. I was like, oh
Yeah.
my god, cringe.
That's absolutely a good way to approach the character instead of just going there and saying, yeah, I want the job. Just yeah.
Yeah, it's too weird. Shameless.
Speaking of like Vin Diesel and everything, you gonna watch the Fast X? Like, are you gonna watch Fast and Furious 10? Like, it's coming out sometime this year, I think. You gonna check it out?
Oh, Fast 10. No. I will not. That franchise is kinda felt lost on me.
I seem,
what I mean?
I seem to remember you saying you just checked out from Hobbs and Shaw when The Rock was holding onto a chopper with his bare hands, and like that was the point where you were like,
bro, that's hey, bro, that guy's a super soldier, like for real.
yeah. There's a literal like super soldier in that movie, like Idris Elba and shit. So
Yeah.
oh
So
shit.
weird. These guys, the Vin Diesel save. The save.
Yeah, what's this? Fast and Furious 6, where they're like on the freeway.
Yeah, when he was saving lady.
Ah, shit. Like, there are so many moments in this franchise where you're like, you should be dead. Like, you should have died, man.
Why'd you do that? Man,
Oh, but hey, it's cool, man. At the end of the day, you know, like, it's one of those, like, big, dumb, fun blockbusters, man. I love those movies. They're funny as fuck. I love that the franchise is at least aware. Like in Fast 9, they had this scene where like Roman by himself took out like 7 dudes, and then later on he almost got crushed by a truck, and he walked away from that. And then Ludacris was looking at him like, how did you...
yeah.
Like even they're aware of their own bullshit. Like, okay, this is becoming crazy. But yeah. Oh shit. For me, the point where I learned how to really enjoy these movies was definitely Fast 9. When they went into space, I'm just like, oh, okay, this is an anime now. This is basically a live action anime now. Just... What happened with Suicide Squad? Didn't they literally hire the people who edited the trailer to edit the movie?
I don't even know. I don't even know.
Dude.
If they did, that should be hilarious.
They did, man. That's why the movie's first half is so weird from the other one, because if you remember, the first half is all brightly colored. You have these like splash pages with info telling you who everyone is. Everyone has their own like theme song. And then for the second half, that shit's gone, dude. All the music is gone. The whole thing is awash in a sea of gray and brown. It's like 2 movies that have been chopped together. Just... But hey, man, like still feeds into that whole release the air cut thing. I've been seeing less and less of that lately.
I don't know. I think people don't care anymore.
Yeah, I think.
Now that Gunn has announced his plans.
Yeah, they finally
Gunn's
gave up.
plans have kind of overcost the hype of sell DC to Netflix or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Sell the film rights or whatever, you know.
There was
They don't care about that anymore.
which is weird, because David Ayer and James Gunn are buddies. So
Yeah.
you think
I
you
mean,
would?
look, you might be buddies, but if you're gone, you're gone. Just look at, like, who's this? Zachary Levi.
Yeah.
That nigga went skiing with James Gunn and his family. Meaning Levi's wife, Levi's kids, Gunn's wife, Gunn's kids. They went skiing together in the holidays. But that nigga's still fired, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He's still fired. So I think it don't affect anything.
Yeah. I remember when James Gunn got the job, like David Ayer heaped so much praise on him. And I'm like, you could just see like man,
Kissing
this
up,
dude's
yeah.
kissing his ass, like just trying to.
Yeah, because he wants to get that consideration early.
Yeah. And then like the James Gunn finally announced his grand DCU, like his phase 1 of the DCU, and there was no Suicide Squad, nothing from the DCEU. It was totally new thing. Just everything is just gone. Fucking Batgirl is gone. Just it's gone for good, dog. Like I can't believe people in WB are like, this movie was so bad it would have tarnished the reputation of everyone in it. But the people in it are like, this movie's really good. Just
have to see it, I think. I think just like The Flash. I don't know. It looks good.
Yeah.
It could be bad, but it looks good.
Hey, I don't trust trailers anymore, man. Which is weird because I love movie trailers,
That's the
but I
problem.
don't trust them anymore.
Yeah.
There have been too many great trailers for bad movies.
And what's worse is these studios don't mind getting fined. Because now it's a crime to lie in 2021.
Yeah, it's a law now.
They don't care. They still lie. If you're caught lying, you pay a fine. They'll pay the fine, because fuck a fine, honestly.
I mean, the movie makes millions. What's a couple $100,000 here and there?
Yeah, like fuck that. That's nothing.
Dude.
So yeah.
But I do not.
It's still gonna be bad.
Yeah. But still, man, I genuinely worry for Michael B. Jordan's Superman, because there's a rumor floating around.
That's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen?
Yeah.
They canned it?
It's like, no. What I'm saying is, it was supposed to be mentioned in the old cards,
Oh. Okay.
but it wasn't even mentioned in the new one. It's kind of like gambling, where they know about it, but they haven't mentioned it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're very aware of gambling. They're very aware of how, it almost happened. They know how far they got, but it just never became a movie.
Yeah.
So right now at DC, everyone feels the exact way about, MPJ's movie, which is exactly like that.
Yeah. They know about it, but they're not saying anything about it.
Yeah.
You hear the rumor that they're gonna cancel, what's this, Constantine 2? I mean, why? Just, how you gonna bring back Keanu Reeves just to fire him? Jesus.
Yeah, it's a very, on them, it's a heavy miscalculation.
Dude, because I genuinely worry about the DCU, because like James Gunn was like, Shazam kind of exists in his own little world, so he can be incorporated into the new DCU, but he never said anything about Zachary Levi. But at the same time, like, he'll speak praise about how the Flash is like one of the best movies he's ever seen, but there's no Flash movie in his DCU plan, so it's becoming a habit that the dude will say one thing and then do another. Like, the man will contradict himself. Just, like with this Superman shit. Did you hear the news on Superman Legacy?
Yeah, like he's young.
I don't know, man.
Maybe like 24, I don't know.
I bet it can't know, man. I'm not. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like 24 years old.
I remember that shit.
Definitely out of school and college and whatnot.
The dude
So
said that James Gunn himself actually came forward and said that that's actually not the case. Like, his Superman will be in his 30s, which pissed everyone off because Henry Cavill's in his fucking 30s. So, just saying, that just pissed everybody off. They were like, dude.
Look, there's not a big difference between Henry Cavill and a person who's even like my age,
Yeah.
It's not 20 years. It's like maybe 40. But I think they still just want to heavy equals connection.
Yeah. A dude is digging a deep hole for himself. No. The man is digging a deeper hole for himself every month. Just whenever we think, okay, he's in the clear, the universe is quieting down, there's something new. Like, he revealed that apparently,
especially since he's always tweeting. He's always able to, it's not just he's like on TV recording something that's to be published. He's just always doing himself in something.
yeah. It's It's like this thing this one detective said, like, don't talk to the people if you have nothing to say. Like, just dude really should stop talking, man. Like fucking Saffron doesn't even have Twitter accounts. That's a bonus right there, dude. 5G has a Twitter account, but the only time you hear from him is when there's something going on.
Yeah. It's more like an advertising type of account.
Yeah.
They'll post some stuff. They'll post quarterly, analysis. They'll post some new rules and regulations, whatever.
Yeah, it's a business account.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. There is a very visible difference between Kevin Feige, the Marvel producer, and Kevin Feige, the man. We're not going to see him posting pictures of his family vacation or nothing.
Exactly. Plus, Feige, apparently, is a man who likes, I should say, dirty humor. Like, he likes, a couple of F-bombs here and there.
Weird, considering how PG the MCU is.
Yeah. I think, though, with the MCU, it's just to make it more accessible.
Yeah.
I think that's simply the thing with the MCU.
Oh, man. So, change is coming, though. We know that much. With this DCEU slate, yeah.
It's absolutely over.
Yeah.
Like, things will never be the same again. They never will.
What sucks is change is coming on both sides, man. Just... I mean, fucking Marvel's changing for the worse.
Here's the thing. At least DC still has an opportunity to create. This is something new, right? It's new. Both in Marvel, it's something that we're used to declining in quality, which hurts.
Yeah.
But if it's just DCEU, that's just fine. Yeah. Fun. We're fun.
At the same time, though, I do, out of curiosity, I do want to see how James Gunn directs a Superman movie. Like, what is his idea of a Superman?
Is he directing, or is he gonna find a director?
I don't know. He's announced that, he's writing the script, but who's directing? Is it him? People assume so. He's the only one talking about it, so, I mean, it's gotta be, right? Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Unless they announce something in like the next 2 months, then it's definitely him.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
So I wonder if it'll be called James Gunn Superman.
Probably highly unlikely, man. Highly unlikely. It's got a title though, Superman Legacy, which is
Yeah.
Dude, you notice this is a lot like Generations, the Legacy. You remember because the original, they fired everybody, started a new timeline, and just called it Generations, the Legacy. This is the same shit.
even like Dallas Legacy as well.
Dude.
Same thing.
It's the same thing. Why do they do this? Why, when they shit can an entire universe, they feel like the next one's gotta be called Legacy or something? Just
wrong. That's definitely weird.
Oh, dude. But I'll check it out anyway. Even if I'm hate watching the whole thing, I'll still check it out. I mean, look at Velma. That's some shit checked out for the lulz.
make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top.